Welcome back to the shop, Fabrication Nation. It's been a while. I wanted to post a quick video on this unboxing of my new toy here. Been real busy here in the shop. I have a few more videos that'll be coming out. I've got a little bit of time to make a couple of videos and get those out to you guys. As the shop grows, so does our list of toys. So what I have here is a Kurt Vise. And these things are awesome. I used to have one before when I had the Bridgeport mill, but when I sold that mill, I went ahead and sold the Vise with the mill. Looking back on it, I wish I wouldn't have sold the Vise because there's been several times when I needed it. I did replace the mill. We'll talk about that a little bit later. There's a crappy, small little Vise on there right now that's been getting me by, but nothing tops a Kurt Vise. There is not a Vise out there. There's not a precision Vise for manual mill or even CNC mill that can really just outbeat the fit, the finish, and the quality of Kurt. So I just wanted to do a quick unboxing for you and show you what you're getting if you decide to buy one of these. And I also got this mystery package here, and we'll break into that a little bit later. Okay, so this is the Vise. I actually purchased this from Amazon. There's various different tool sites that you can go to, but Amazon's price, it wasn't bad. I got it on Prime shipping, so it was easy. It got to me in 2 days. I got it in on my doorstep. So makes it easy for me. This is what it looks like when it shows up. Now this thing is heavy. It's a small box. But it is really, really heavy. I'll measure the box here. So it's 22 inches by 10.5 inches. But in this box, it weighs about 75 pounds. So, so just be prepared for that. It's 75 pounds. It's not something that your grandma's probably going to sign for it and take in the house for you. All right, when we open the box, like I've said before, I don't care about all the fancy packaging, and at the end of the day, you got all this nice fancy packaging that goes into the cost of the part. You are paying for that packaging. So this is very simple. It's just a box. Amazon didn't even put it in their own specialized box. They just ship it directly in the box that it comes in. If I have to guess, it's probably shipped straight from the manufacturer. I don't know that Amazon keeps these in stock. But I can appreciate simple packaging. Cardboard box, nothing else, not a bunch of junk and fancy stuff that you're going to end up paying for anyway. So I don't care about the packaging. I just want what's inside. So I appreciate that. When you open it up, there is this tag here. I'll read it off. Thank you for purchasing this Kurt product. In an effort to confirm to green initiatives, we are offering our manual for this product online, our website. Go to that actual product page and click on manual. In the resources box, if you still want a hard copy of the manual, simply call and they will ship it to you. Thank you again for your support of Kurt products. So there you go. And then on the back side, comes with a lifetime warranty. Lifetime warranty, and it's just got some product information for you to turn in. So pretty nice. Okay, we've got this plastic covering here that the Vise is sitting in. And then we've got a couple of things on the outside. So I'll go ahead and bring you in so you can get a closer look. Okay, before we pull the Vise out, we've got a couple things right here on the outside. So first off is the handle. This is a well-built handle. It's got this hex opening here so that you can tighten or loosen the Vise. The one thing about these handles though is that they are long, and depending on your vise setup, this can hit or even kind of pinch your fingers sometimes. So a lot of people, they end up usually replacing these handles. Even though these are good handles, they are long so that you can get a nice, good lock on your material. And they probably work fairly well in a CNC machine, but on a manual machine, it allows for a lot of room for you to bust your knuckles or just clearance issues. So they do offer different styles of handles. I'm looking at a few. I don't know that I'll get one. There is one that's fairly cheap online. It's only about 4 inches big. It's kind of a speed handle. So I may get one of those, and I think they're usually built out of aluminum. So we'll see. This one's going to do for now. It's always good to have a selection of handles for different uses, but this will work for me for now, and then I'll look at what else is on the market that I may purchase in the future. So along with that, the other thing they give you is this, most people call it shim stock. They think it's to shim your vise, but that's really not the case. What it is, it's a chip guard, and it goes inside of the vise, and it protects the ball screw from any chips or debris getting in there. So this is a nice idea, but it's more of a hassle to have it in there than to not. So we'll talk about it when we get the vise out, but typically what you do is you can stick this in there and then you cut it off to size, but whenever you close the vise, it actually pushes this chip guard out, which it just kind of gets in the way. I don't know that it's very beneficial or useful. If they had a built-in chip guard, I think that would be awesome. If it would slide with the work and there wasn't anything protruding out the back of the vise, I think that would be pretty cool. But this is just, I think, a little bit more trouble than it's worth, and I don't really see many people using them. But we'll demonstrate how that works here in a minute. Okay, now we got to pull this sucker out of here. So it is a very tight fit. They have it built to where it doesn't move or shake or get beat around. So there you go, empty box. And there she is. Now that is a work of art. So everything on this is precision ground. These jaws are precision ground. You can see on the inside that ball screw there. That's a precision ball screw. Let's get some measurements on this. So the max opening on this is about 8 3/8. 8 3/8 is the max opening on this. And the width on the jaws is 6 inches. So this is a D688, and this is a 6-inch jaw. They have another one that has an 8-inch jaw, so 2 inches bigger than this. And I'll tell you, I've seen one in person, and it is huge. It is humongous, and it's probably not something you want to be taking on and off of the table. It's one of those vices that once you set it, that's there. You don't move it again, because you don't want to have to mess with the weight or the size of that. It is massive, and when you look at it online, it doesn't look that big, but I can guarantee you it's huge. So this is probably the most popular Kurt vise, the most popular size, and when people are referring to a Kurt vise, this is the vise that most likely they are referring to. So overall length, 16 3/4. The base here is about 8 1/2. And then this handle, about 11 inches long. I wanted to show you this too. This right here, this is a stop. So what this is for is you could take this off and you can put it on top here. You can lock it in place and it acts as a stop for your work so that you can press it against this and it's positioned in the exact same spot every time. I'm not a huge fan of this thing. I mean, it's a nice little touch. It's nice to use if you don't have anything else. But there are just other stops. There are other better stops out there, and I think just the quality and they just outperform the flexibility of them and the applications, the different areas that you can move and position the stop. There's just better ones out there. So this is good if you're in a pinch, but I don't think it's the best stop out there. So just a little added bonus there. Most people, I really don't see too many people using them. So okay, I'll show you the bottom of this thing. So the whole bottom of this is precision ground, and you can see that it's made in the USA. I believe this is a powder coat, so this whole thing is powder coated so that it resists any type of fluids or metal cutting fluid or coolant. And you can see here we've got these two slots. So we've got these two slots, and then this is also a positioning hole. I don't know if this gets utilized. I would assume this may get utilized with the rotating base. But if you've got different fixturing and things like that, you can also set it up for that to be a pilot so that you can index this thing very easily. Repeatable, remove it, put it back on the table and be able to index it. That's also what these slots are for. You got these slots here and these slots here, and that's so that you can index this. You can just drop it on the table, it fits in the slots, and it'll take minimal effort to get this thing almost perfect. So now that we are talking about the bottom of this thing, our super secret package here, these don't come with the vise. I had to order these separately, so just keep that in mind. You do have to order these separate. And these, they're kind of expensive. These two things, I think were like 35 bucks. So kind of pricey, but I don't know that anybody else makes them. These are the Kurt brand. I don't know that anybody else makes a knockoff of it. And these are not. These are kind of like T-nuts, but not exactly. So I think it's just worth it just to buy them from Kurt rather than just looking around and trying. Just buy them all at once. They're all right there in the same place. Just make it a package deal. A lot of people don't use them because they like to index their vices in different ways, and people that are really good at indexing their vices, they can just do it very quickly and they don't really need these. But I think it's a nice touch just to be able to sit on there and lock it on really quickly. The work that I do is not high precision. I don't do a lot of high tolerance, high precision work. So these are pretty much gonna work for me and get me in the ballpark 90% of the time. So these fit in place just like that. And I got this socket nut here. Okay. So I actually had it in backwards. The T slot goes against the base of the vise, and it's a very tight fit. It is a precision fit, so it doesn't look like it fits right at first, but it does. So again, the wider portion of this tab goes inside the vise, just like, and it doesn't even want to slide around. It is tight. The head of that bolt does stick out just a little bit. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought it would sit flush, but it doesn't. It does stick out about maybe a 1/16 of an inch there. It sticks out. All right, that is it. That's all the assembly required. So this thing is ready to go on the table. I'm gonna get this whole thing cleaned up, get my table cleaned off, and see if we can't get it on there. Okay, I'll show you how this chip guard works. I believe you just slide it in place from the back end. There is a little groove right in here that it rests on. Just like that, and there you go. So this is nice. This looks really, really nice here. What I don't like is whenever you close it up, it sticks out the back. So if you have a single operation and you know exactly the length that you're gonna need, this would work out fine. But the fact that most people, and including myself, would be putting different size stock in this. Just this sticking out the back, I just don't like it. So try and close this up. So you can see this is sticking out quite a ways, and that's just not ideal. It doesn't push back. The reason why it doesn't push back is because you got this ball screw, and you've got the nut that rests underneath here. This is all one assembly with the nut, the bulkhead attached to this underneath. So that's why this it won't go all the way through. Now, if they could figure out a way to have this in here permanently where it didn't stick out the back, that would be awesome. But they don't. So I won't end up using this. This is just going to go in the trash. So. Alright, so that's it on the unboxing of the Kurt Vise. I'm going to start getting the table ready and to get this on there, but I just wanted to do a quick unboxing for you. Just in case you're thinking of purchasing one yourself or acquiring one through someone else, you can't go wrong with the Kurt Vise. So thanks for joining me here in the F8 Inch shop. Go build something.